Hey guys, Cody here with Anarchy Outdoors. Today I am extremely excited to introduce to you guys our new Glock accessories. This is part of our new handgun lineup that we've just completed. Obviously today we're focused on Glocks. You can check out our other videos for other manufacturers such as Ruger, Heckler & Koch, Smith & Wesson, Taurus, so on and so forth. So let's take a look at some of these parts that we're making. Obviously I have a more or less stock Glock here. This is a Glock 19. Obviously it has some custom work done, but as far as the components, they're all stock. This one now, you can see it's a stock Glock. This is a Glock 17. Only this time we've got our accessories already installed on this. So we're going to take this gun, make it look very similar to this, only we're going to do it out of gold because I think gold will look really good on this gun. So let's take a look at the different components here. So obviously we have our compensators. Compensators are going to work very well at keeping the muzzle down. It's when we've done it on slow motion cameras, I think we're pushing right around 60+% a muzzle jump reduction. And the reason why that is you got weight out here on front, which keeps the nose of that gun down a little bit more. And then if you have your gases being forced up rather, that's going to push the gun down. So instead of it being real poppy, it's going to kind of do something like that rather than pop clear up. It's really cool actually. And obviously we've incorporated on the bottom of here a full pick rail. That way you can put lights, whatever you would have on there. So that's the compensators. Then we move to base plates. Obviously really cool looking accessory. Very easy to install as well. Frankly, all of these are really easy to install. We got extended mag releases. These are obviously a Gen 3, so it's a smaller button. If you go up to like the Gen 4s and 5s, you're going to have the bigger style. Both of which are installed the exact same way. And then you have the slide plate on the back. So these accessories are going to be really cool. They're going to really make your gun stand out. I mean, we took, it's the solid black plain stock gun, and we turned it into something pretty special here. Obviously, you can see our different color options here as well. They're all bright dip anodized, look real sharp. So let's turn back to this gun and let's see how to install some of these parts. Okay, so we're going to take this product install and we're going to split up into two videos. That way you don't have to watch an entire video to try to find the exact thing you're looking for. So for this video, we're going to install the compensators, the extended mag releases, and the slide plates. It's on the top end. You have to take the slide off in order to install them. So we'll kind of group those together. Then in our next video, we're going to talk about how to install the base plates and the mag wells, and kind of just show you the whole finished product of the upgraded firearm. So without further ado, let's jump into this. So obviously, first thing is to make sure the gun is clear. Obviously here it is. I'm going to go ahead and take the magazine out, release the slide. And the first thing I need to do is go ahead and pull the trigger. Again, we've made sure it's empty. So now the trigger is compressed there. So now how I'm going to hold this is I'm going to put my thumb back here. I'm going to grab the top of the gun so that my index finger is kind of pressing against the sights. Then I'm just going to pull it back just that far. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the tabs here on both sides. I'm going to pull those down, and then I'm going to release the pressure on the slide, and the slide's going to come right off. I'll set the frame aside. We don't need it for now. So first thing is let's try on the slide plate here. Okay, it's a very easy install. So if you take a look, you're going to have this metal piece here. I'm going to get just a punch pin. You can use a lot of different tools. I'm going to push that up just slightly, which is going to expose this little piece here. Now with that little piece, I'm going to go ahead and set this down on the table now. Try to angle it so you guys can see it still. I'm going to pull back on that. Now when I pull back on that, that's going to then release. If you pull up, it's going to release the slide plate. Now you saw how I kind of held my finger there. You see the spring? That spring is going to, if you're not holding your finger there, that might flick out. So make sure you hold your finger there. So let me grab, obviously our gold, I'll show this to you. Our gold slide plate. We're going to go ahead and take that, and we're just going to slide that down into the slot, just like so. And you can see it's only going to go down about halfway, because obviously the spring I was talking about is going to stop it from going any further. So once you get to this point, just take it, kind of I have it here in my left hand, with your thumb here to push that in, and go ahead and compress that spring down, just enough to get that over top, and then you can push it up into place. So once it's flush, you know that's installed correctly. Okay, now let's go ahead, set this factory piece over there. Now let's go ahead and set this aside, and let's grab the frame. So the next step here, since we have a slide off, is going to expose, if you see internal components there, of the mag release. So this will be kind of tricky to get the right camera angle on. So if you see when I press it this way, when I press the mag release in, that moves that little pin, which acts as a spring, to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a flathead screwdriver, and I'm going to, with this finger, I'm going to push in to get that to that side. Then I'm going to go ahead and put that in there, push back on it, and flick it out. Let me see if I can do that again so you can see it. So you flick it out. Now if you see that little pin that's acting as a spring is on top. Once that's on top, you can simply push and pull that mag release out. Okay, so there's the factory one. Set it aside as well. Now let's grab, I'm going to set this screwdriver down here. So now to install, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to push this back till it hits that pin. If you kind of see right there, it's going to sit just like that. And you see how I have it angled? Now I'm going to go ahead and come to this other side. Now with my screwdriver, I'm going to come in this hole. Now if I turn it back here so you can see, what I'm doing is I'm lifting up on that just enough to get it on top of that piece, such as that. Now we've got it on top. Now it's just as simple as putting your screwdriver here, and then you're going to push it sideways to get it to lock into that little slot. So watch me do it here if you can. It's going to be a tough angle. You're going to see I push it down, and it's going to go right in that slot. And you can test it for functionality. You can see we've got that installed properly. So with those two on now, let's go ahead and reinstall the slide. So obviously with the slide, you're just going to line up those tabs, and then I'm just going to slowly do it, make sure I don't hit anything on the slide, pull it back, and you've installed that, or the slide plate and the extended mag release. Obviously our extended mag release slightly longer, has a little bit cooler design on it, and obviously color matches. So with those, now let's take the compensator. Compensator, I believe this is a 1/8 inch Allen head. So I'm going to go ahead and just unscrew one side of it. We did make this, or make these two pieces different sizes. That way you're not trying to fish through to find two of the exact same size of head, so one's smaller than the other. You can kind of see I just held it with my finger on that though. So on this, very simple. Obviously you're just going to slide that on till it's snug, which will line the hole up perfectly. So then you're going to take your one end there, and again I'm just going to put my finger there for now to hand tighten this. Get my other screw in there, screw it down as far as I can by hand. Now obviously you can put an Allen wrench on either side and really crank it, but if you just hold a finger on one side, I'll do this side, and then you tighten this other side down, it'll actually grab enough that you don't actually need the second. You can see I snug that down pretty tight there. So you don't actually need the other side, but if you want to make sure you really torque it down, you can do that. So there you go. So you can kind of see that's installed. It's very tight. It's going to work very well. So top end's done. Install just simple as that. So we got the compensator, extended mag release, and slide plate. So that's going to be the end of this video. But don't forget to check out our next video, which is going to be part 2 of this video series, where we focus on the base plate and the mag well and kind of show you the finished product.